The background of this organic agricultural standard SLS 1324, it is first published it on the 2007 and first revision published it on 2018. So now the current version, the SLS 1324 2025. Common for the organic agriculture production and processing. This is the second revision. So, with effect from the 2026, 1st of January, this is the standard applicable for the organic agriculture. So, what is the need of this revising of this standard? Basically, there are a lot of changes after happened. After the 2018, there are several international organic standards and the regulation change, especially EU directives and the NPOP, USDA, and all other international standards change. So we need to align to the international standard. So it is one reason for this revision. And there are a lot of advances in the technology, in the sustainable agriculture and this organic agriculture, and the challenges in the traceability and the certification. And there's a big need for the stronger integrity, organic integrity, and the alignment with the export market requirement. So all these concerns we taken out for this revision, and these are the objectives in this SLS 1324/2025 that highlighted basically to overcome that problem in the organic integrity. We special clauses we inserted that included in the strengthen of the organic integrity, and we align with the IFOM, International Federation of Agriculture Movement Principle, and the major destination market expectation, like that GB and other that destination market requirement. So, and other than that, we improve the traceability and the enforceability requirement clauses introduced into the new version, and provide clear technical reference for this national organic control system. So, with all these things, we taken out in this new version. So, with that, I will brief what is the process we followed during this revision. Basically, we as I mentioned that we published more than 4,600 standards. Every 5 years time, we are reviewing these standards. So this SLS 1324, we systematically conducted in the 2024. We send the standard for the comment for the several that stakeholders engage in this organic agriculture. So based on the comments we received, we taken a decision to revise this standard, and this revision initiated following the established SLSI procedures. So this is the process we followed during the standard formulation. We review all the international organic standard and the regulation and prepare the basic draft. Then we consult the stakeholders in these relevant to the organic agriculture, because standard formulated through the consensus process. So we gather different stakeholders from the relevant to organic agriculture. This is the working committee for the organic agriculture, the representing Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Plantation, and the Sri Lanka Export Development Board, Department of Agriculture, Consumer Affairs Authority, testing organizations and the Lanka Organic Agriculture Movement and different research organizations. And I am happy to say I am the technical secretary to this technical committee. After the consents received from the working committee, we circulated this draft for the public comment. It basically 2 months time, 60 days. We publish it on the website, uploaded, and also in the make newspaper advertisement in the Sinhala, English, and the Tamil newspapers. So during the public circulation, not only we received the national comments, as in the morning we mentioned about that IFOM recognition. SLS 1324 has been submitted for the IFOM recognition with the support of the EDB. During this public comment period, we received the chorus feedback, which have also now been carefully reviewed and fully addressed in the current version. And also we received the comment from the GB recognition, also we address in the current version. So that all the comment received, we that incorporated into the committee draft. Then we forwarded that committee to the sectoral committee on agriculture. After we received the approval of the sectoral committee, then we submitted the council for the authorization. So after the council authorized this SLS 1324, publish it on the December 2025. So that's all about that. What is the procedure we carried out during the revision process. So standards, all the standards published that voluntary in nature, but regulated bodies can use them for the regulatory purpose. So this SLS 1324 regulated by that Act number the published under the EDB Act. So with that this become a mandatory standard. So that's the this SLS 1324 then directly linked to this national organic regulation. So this is the technical foundation. It supports the enforcement and the monitoring in the entire organic sector in the country. So this standard, not only that, it facilitates the regulatory harmonization and enable the international recognition. So now I am going to brief about what is the key changes in the SLS 1324. Actually, the standard contains more than 70 pages. So with this short time period, I am not explain all the technical content standard, but I identified few areas. So this is the structure. Basically, in the new version, the clauses, especially the core requirements, we address in the clause 4 as the general requirement, and the clause 5 for the requirement for the organic management plan, and this standard, the production requirement, it not only for the crop, this SLS 1324 cover all the sectors. So apiculture, mushroom, livestock, aquaculture, the standard requirement given in this SLS 1324 current version. Other than that, the post-production and the control requirement given in the clauses 11, handling and the processing, storage and transport requirement, the safeguarding organic integrity in the clause number 12, and the 13 denoted for the traceability and the record keeping. Clause number 14 for the social justice, and the clauses regarding the packaging and market requirement also given in the standard. So now I am going to brief what is the scope of this standard. This standard SLS 1324 covers production, wild harvest, handling, processing, storage, packaging, labeling, transport and marketing of organic produce and product. So this standard applies to unprocessed crops, livestock, agriculture, but excluding the restricted material, especially like tobacco, it's that prohibited by the government laws, so it is excluded. So the process, organic produce and the product for the human consumption, and the feeds, seeds and the vegetative planting material covered in the SLS 1324. And this standard defines the minimum requirement for the organic and in conversion claims. But this standard excludes genetic engineering, radiation, and the nanotechnology. And we widen the scope of the SLS 1324, included certain agriculture-linked products like the bee wax, essential oil, plant-based herbal product, seeds like that. So, under the clause number 4, there are general requirements. I identified few, especially the sustainability. Regarding the sustainability, clause requirement, especially for the locally adapted system in balance with the nature. So, and also there are some clauses regarding the soil quality and the conserve of the biodiversity and the resource efficiency, the use of the renewable energy, and the minimize of the pollution, waste, and the water misuse. So, requirement for these clauses are introduced in under the general requirement. And the respect of the indigenous and the traditional farming knowledge. And regarding the livestock, the standard ensure the livestock natural behavior and the law stress. And what are the prohibited substances are that given by the standard SLS 1324? What are those prohibited practices? One is the no synthetic inputs, no gene technology, no nano, no ionizing radiation. So no synthetic means any kind of mineral that not natural occurring substances are prohibited. And the standard given what are the permitted allowed list for the soil amendment and the pest control and the veterinary drugs especially veterinary production, all given in the appendices. So other than that, all inputs including co-formulant must be necessary safe for the human and the environment, and it must know the source of the origin. So finally, in the general requirement, there's a clause regarding how about the consistency. If we follow the organic, then you have to follow it, stay fully organic. No switching back conventional to organic or organic to conventional. So, in the organic management plan, we introduce mandatory OMP plan for the all operators. They have to maintain the site map, including the production, processing unit and the surrounding boundaries. Not only that, we have to update these OMP and review it and update annually as needed. And we need to do keep the record keeping and maintain the internal record to ensure the full traceability. And for the group operation, each operator shall have an individual OMP plan, and it included in the ICS. ICS means internal control system, that they have to include it in the group of their for their certification. And in the conversion period, for the plant and plant product, the annual crops and the biannual crops, it should be minimum 24 months from the last prohibited input to the first of organic planting. And for the perennials, it is minimum 36 months. So we introduced the starting date. It is what is the conversion period begin from who applied for this organic certification, that is the date, that is the starting date. So what about the non-cultivated land? There is no conversion needed if no prohibited inputs applied. Regarding the annual, it is 24 months, and the perennial 36 months. You need to be followed according to the given requirement in the standard. And what about the early harvest? Crop harvested before the conversion period cannot be sold as the organic. And but during the conversion, you can sold that produce in the conversion under that label category without misleading, but it is after the 12 months meeting the standard. Then there are some clauses regarding the retrospective conversion approval. In that, operator can apply it in writing with the land use history and the input recorded evidences, and certification body can verify it by the inspection and assess their risk and the some kind of lab testing like this. Then land export that exposed or the suspected to be the synthetic chemical that shall follow the normal conversion period and the required contaminant testing. So these given under the clause number 6.6. So about the soil-based production requirement, the standard introduced mandatory soil-based organic production system because it's directly linked with the IFORM principles because of soil ecology, those things. We excluded the hydroponic, aeroponic, nutrient film and the other non-soil system we excluded. And there are some kind of exception allowed for the ornamental and the herb in pots. Those pots sold directly to the consumer with the certification body approval, then they can go ahead with. And the seedling or transplant grown in the container for the later transplanting, it's also given exemption under this SLS 1324 clause number 6.9. Regarding the soil fertility and the biodiversity management, we introduced some mandatory clauses regarding the crop rotation, organic matter recycling and the biodiversity enhancement. And we give the clear restriction on the permitted inputs. Under the seeds and propagation material, operator shall use the organic produce seed and the planting material. If organic seeds are unavailable, there is an option, you can use the in-conversion seed. That untreated conventional seed, but can be used temporarily. That less than 2 seasons for the annual and the 36 months for the perennial. But it with the approval of the CB. CB means the certification body. But you have to maintain the records. So what about the treated seed? It's allowed, but only for the exceptional cases. Disaster, pest attack. So with it is also with the certification body approval and the full documentation. Then clause number 6.14, the protected cropping, that all general crop rules in the diversity, conversion, soil fertility, all the requirement clauses apply for this protected cropping, and the soil, you need to use the nutrient-rich soil with that soil contain the mineral plus organic fraction, and this soil shall be certified organic, but you cannot use the slaughterhouse wastes. And the protected cropping ensure the energy management, monitor the optimized energy for the light, heating, cooling and the ventilation and the humidity. Need to maintain the sustain system using the reusable, recyclable pots and the implement soil regeneration and the recycling. Those mentioned under the clause number 6.14. So that's all about the crop. And now I look at about that what are the main changes to the livestock production. We strengthen the requirement on the outdoor access and the stocking density, housing condition, and mandatory use of the organic feed, and the emphasis on the allowing species specific natural behaviors, and the use locally adapted breeds suited to organic system. So regarding the veterinary medicine, all unrestricted veterinary medicine shall be used under the veterinary supervision, and the sedative and other restricted medicine cannot be administered by the operator. You have to use the help of the veterinaries for that treatment. So without veterinary oversight, you cannot use the sedative or other restricted medicine. And need to follow the veterinary prescribed withdrawal time to ensure no drug residues in the product. And the prophylactic drug, it means whatever the drugs we use to prevent the disease, it is not allowed. That it's including the antibiotic. Antibiotic prohibited under the SLS 1324. So conversion period also we modify according to the that IFOM and other international organic standard, and with the consultation of the local requirement, we change the conversion requirement accordingly for the not only for the cattle, for other livestock species, sheep, pig, poultry, and all other small mammal like rabbits and all. And when discussing about the aquaculture and agriculture production, we introduce the clear environmental protection measures for the ecosystem management and the control of the stocking densities and the input use requirement introduced, and the improved traceability from the production to harvest to safeguard the integrity and the traceability. New clauses introduced. Then clause number 14 for the social justice. The worker right, no child labor, no forced labor, no any discrimination during the not allowed by the SLS 1324. But you have to ensure that fair labor practices and the worker welfare and the ethical operation to ensure the social sustainability should be ensured. So under clause number 16, marking and all the labeling requirement. All certified products shall comply with the national labeling rule. So what that in the multi-ingredient product, it categorized into 3 categories: 95 to 100% organic. How it can be labeled under the organic and it can be certified organic with Bayer International Organic logo. But in the 70 to 95% organic, you cannot use the organic or logo, but you can stated that made with organic ingredient with the percentage clearly shown. Then what about the less than 70% organic? You cannot use organic or made with organic ingredient or logo, but organic ingredient may be listed in the ingredient panel. So you can, that wild product, you can label as the wild, but natural mineral or salt water shall not be labeled as organic. And SLS 1324 prohibited the GMO. So organic product shall not be labeled GMO free. No need to state that GMO free. Then in conversion product. For the livestock product shall not be labeled in conversion, but for the crop we can label it as in conversion to organic from second year only. And lettering must be less prominent than the sale description. In the multi-ingredient feed, we can use the in conversion ingredient identified with the percentage organic or in conversion or non-organic. We can clearly state it in the label. So, this SLS 1324, there are a lot of key technical and structural changes to the standard. So, this SLS 1324 standard provides that clear framework to support not only the producers, the protect consumers and promote the sustainable organic agriculture in Sri Lanka. So, as a conclusion, I would like to say this revised standard SLS 132 represent significant step forward in Sri Lanka's organic agriculture framework, and it provides a clear technical requirement and the safeguard organic integrity, and they align the national practices with internationally recognized organic principles. And SLSI, we remain committed to support the process through this development and the continuous improvement of this national standard in line with the national priorities and the global practices. So I thank Export Development Board and the ITC UKTP program for providing this platform and look forward to work with you closely in the future also. Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ganesha De Silva, Deputy Director, Sri Lanka Standards Institution, for giving us a briefing, an insightful briefing of the revised SLS 1324 National Standard on Organic Agriculture. And before we break for lunch, we want you to do something for us, and I'm pretty sure that you have a lot of questions in mind, which will be taken later on. But at this very moment, we will be displaying a QR code. And we request you to scan the QR code and fill in the questionnaire, fill in your answers, and this will be revised after lunch, so we kindly request you to do so. So let us now display the QR code. So this is the QR code for the questionnaire. So please scan the QR code and fill it out for us. Thank you so much.